Hey guys, what's up? This is Chris. Coming at you. It's been a while since I've been on here. Ever since I uploaded those grappling with me and Jeremy and Meodred. I wanted to take a step in a different direction, doing something not MMA related. Eventually, it will be MMA related because I'm gonna get the UFC game for PS3. But I went out and bought it yesterday, and I felt I needed to review on it. Maybe it's gonna become a full time thing, me reviewing games. Maybe not. I'm a gamer, but the type of games I typically like are strategy games and role playing games, and a little bit of action games. Depending on the game. But I'm not really into first person shooters. You know, I know Halo's a great game. It's got a lot of guys that like it. I'm not really into it. I like baseball games. Sports games are all right, but more or less role playing, simulation, and strategy games. Some of my favorite games are Knights of the Old Republic Part One. Part Two was all right. It's got a little bit more depth and and whatnot, but it was also not as captivating. Uh, Games that I play a lot: Dynasty Warriors, Dynasty Warrior Tactics more than Dynasty Warriors. Oblivion, any of the Total War Warhome, Total War, Medieval Total War Part Two. A lot of PC games. So please feel free to recommend games if you think that genre I would like. I love BioWare games. I loved KOTOR Part One. I loved Jade Empire, and I can't wait for Dragon Age Origins to come out. That's gonna be one of the first things I buy. I believe it's set to come out in February. All right, but uh, get 2 minutes into the thing and haven't even mentioned the game. The game I'm reviewing today is Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. There it is, right there. Bought it yesterday. Had a really high hopes for it, and more or less very underwhelmed. Uh, as a gameplay, the gameplay's all right. It had all these new systems and whatnot, which is very interesting. But to me, gameplay ability comes second to overall. I mean, of course, gameplay is number one in the singular categories, but overall is always number one. And overall, very bad. Gameplay ability is alright. Replayability is horrible. Storyline, graphics for a PS3, it's nowhere near as good as Metal Gear Solid Guns of the Patriots. Or Sons of the Patriots, sorry. The newest Metal Gear Solid. I'm sorry, I'm not a big Metal Gear Solid fan, but I played it and it was an amazing game. Uh, I All right, let me just go for some of the pros and then some of the cons. Great, decent graphics during gameplay. Videos might not have the best of graphics, but the gameplay was very good. Gameplay graphics, I should say. Uh, the force powers are interesting. Uh, the uniqueness you can make with your force powers, pretty interesting as well. Cons. Your leveling up ability is weird, weird, weird. If you just keep dying at this one spot, unfortunately, there's this one spot and is in the trash world, Rexus Prime, I believe it was, or Nexus Prime, or something like that, where I kept on having to cross this bridge, and for some reason I could not get on the bridge, and I kept on falling, and I kept on dying. I gained like 4 levels right there trying to get it, because it took me about 8 or 9 times till I finally got it, and you had to beat this little mini boss bullcrap, and that shot up your experience points each time. I gained 4 levels right there, so I guess dying is a pro there. Uh, of course, it was annoying as hell because I wanted to get on with the game. I didn't want to keep sitting there and leveling. So a lot of the force powers are limited, though. I expected it. You'd be able to pick the guy up, throw him around, grab him again, choke him. You can't choke at all. It's a force grab, which basically you just pick the person up like they're on puppet strings, which is interesting. And you could zap them with lightning. You could hit them with your little force push, which is probably more one of the cooler parts is your force push, especially once you get it to like level 3, which it's 3 levels each force ability. I don't want to go too hard into the spoilers, but I got the game expecting it to be kind of like KOTOR because I read about it and it said you have multiple endings and that you were given you were given choices to control the game. That is totally untrue. Okay, people. If you're going to buy this expecting it to think, okay, well, there are going to be parts and times in the game where you can choose something. Not at all. There are three perfect opportunities that they could have given you a chance to make a decision in the game, and you have none of it. I mean, one of them is when an apprentice has turned to the dark side and you beat her up and then she walks away. That was a perfect opportunity where you could do something there and say, hey, yeah, let's get a little bit control of the game. Bring her onto your circle, or have her join you, or you join her, whatever. Of course, you don't get to do that. The only time you get to actually choose something is at the very end, where basically at the very last level, for your very last boss fight, you have a choice between finishing off Vader, and I guess that's the dark path, or saving this Jedi that's I guess supposed to be your mentor, which was horrible. I mean, there was no real character development. The gameplay itself is only like 10 hours worth. I played it literally. I got it at 2 o'clock. I was damn near finished with it at 8 o'clock that day, and I hadn't been playing it nonstop. And then I played it until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and had finished it after dying and hitting a few snags and whatnot. Uh, so very limited gameplay time. I think very limited replayability because the maps aren't very interesting. Really, the only thing that really interests me, these little mini quests they have on there don't hurt you or help you at all. I'm gonna give you experience points, but that's about it. They have tons and tons of orbs on each level, but I mean, what's the point of getting them all if I didn't see the point. I mean, it helps you, it gives you, level up ability, but I just didn't like it. I'm very disappointed in it. Had such high hopes, and like I said, my main thing is replayability. Like Knights of the Old Republic, I could replay, and I've played it now 5 or 6 times now, and yeah, you get the same endings, but you have different situations and different scenarios that you can go through and see totally make it a totally unique and different game each time going through. And each time going through, playing it for 6 or 7 times, that's literally almost a month worth of playing because it's a long game. It's very intensive. Whereas this one's 10 hours. You got two endings in a 10-hour game. Are you kidding me? You have two possible endings in a 10-hour game. So yeah, I was very saddened by it. They had a romance interest. I don't want to give away the ending. You can look up the endings if you want. They're on YouTube. Just try to look it up. I just watched the good ending because I went the bad ending at first. Of course, everybody wants to be the bad ending when playing the Jedi. Who wouldn't want to go the dark side? So I played the bad ending, and I didn't like the ending there. And then I played the good ending. I really didn't like the ending there. I mean, either way, you're fucked. The ending gives you no real closure. The good ending gives you sort of a closure. The bad ending gives you no closure whatsoever. Uh, Luckily, I guess that's part. It seemed like it was rushed. That they spent so much time on it to be a gameplay, like for gameplay, that they forgot about mapping, character development, replayability. They're so focused on, okay, let's see if we could throw this guy through this window. All right, great. I would have given up a little bit of that to get a little bit more meat and potatoes and not so much gravy. I don't care what you say. If you pour gravy all over a slab of beef jerky, it's still not going to make the beef jerky any better. Uh, what else? So basically, if you're going to buy this game, it's very good. Like I said, very good gameplay. So if you like God of War, that's the perfect example how to compare it to God of War. It has very similar characteristics to God of War. Of course, except it's Jedi in Star Wars, but very similar. I mean, you even get the orbs for life that come out of the people when you kill them. So I mean, it's almost a carbon copy of God of War, except this it's Jedi. You're a Jedi. Um, if you like that game, I suggest you play this game. If you didn't like that game, or if you expect it to be like KOTOR and you have some control and have rebate playability, don't buy it. Rent it. You can finish this game twice in a weekend if you play hard. If not, I mean, don't spend $60 on it. I highly don't recommend it. Out of a 1 to 10, I'd give it maybe a 4, maybe 5.5 tops. So that's it, guys. Hit me back with your comments. I'll probably be on here with a few other games later. I don't know. Depends on how much viewership I get with this game. All right. Talk to you later, guys.